Hey, welcome into another edition of Inside Tulsa Athletics. I'm Rick Couri. I'm really excited. We get to talk some girls flag football here today. We've got folks with us from Webster and from East Central and from Edison and from Booker T. We're going to talk to the boys team over at McLain. We have some certified athletic trainers here as well, and the boss is here, so be on your Q's and T's. Mick Wilson's going to stop in as well. We're going to learn about all that today and about some great sports and about a great time right now at Tulsa Public Schools. Come along and join us right here for Inside Tulsa Athletics. Welcome back to Inside Tulsa Athletics. I'm your host, Rick Couri. I love talking about this subject. We're talking flag football, but we're talking about girls flag football, and I'm joined by Bill Coleman. He's the head coach over at Booker T, and Janiah Grant, one of the athletes. Thanks to both of you for being here. I just love it when women's sports start to grow. Wrestling did that, now flag football. A couple of years in, tell me how it's going.
It's going great. The girls is bought in, and they come to practice every day, ready to go. They take it very serious, believe it or not. A lot of them are multi-sport athletes, so they already got that competitive nature in them. And a lot of girls are searching for scholarships, a new avenue for scholarships.
And that's anytime you can find a way to college, that's a really great thing. Now, you're a guy who's been around men's sports for a long time. Yeah. So different coaching men and women. And I've asked a lot of people about this. They tell me the differences. But one of the fun differences as a coach is you do get to go back and teach some of the things that you didn't necessarily do a lot when it was the boys. You having a good time with that?
Yes, absolutely. And I tell a lot of people, actually, the girls actually listen better than boys. So it's actually been a fun time working with them. We only had probably about 10 or 12 practices, and just watching them grow from practice to practice, from day one to now, is a lot of leaps and gains.
Yeah, you're not the only one who said that the girls listen better than the boys. You're chuckling, so you think so too, huh?
I get like a little bit of both sides because not only do I play flag football, I'm also an athletic trainer for football. So I get both parts. So I know exactly what coach is talking about. And like, I've just seen our growth as a team and like overall, cause this is just season 2. I was on the team last year, and like, I've just seen so much growth individually and then as a team together. And practices aren't that long. They're like from like an hour to 2 hours sometimes, because like it's hard for us to get a field because there's usually a freshman game, a JV game. So we normally don't usually get the football field because also football's in season, so they get the field too. So like literally last night we were on the baseball field practicing for an hour. So.
But that makes it fun too. Now, because you were an athletic trainer and still do for guys football, and probably a fan anyway, you knew some of the game going in. Did it help you?
Oh yes, I love sports. I love football. I watch football like literally all day Saturday. I watch a little bit Sunday. So like I love football. So I just love, like, especially when I'm watching on the sideline, I love to watch like footwork and like little things I could pick up to use in my game and like just a different perspective, if that makes sense.
So who are you watching on Saturdays and Sundays?
Well, I love college. I don't have a favorite team right now, but like I would basically watch all the games. Obviously OU, OSU, and stuff like that. Right. So yeah.
If you've got a bunch like this, you're in good shape, Coach.
Yeah, absolutely. Like she's saying, she's our starting quarterback, and on Friday nights during our game, like I'm able to sit there and point to her like, hey, like this is what I'm talking about, what we need to be working on for flag football. So she gets exemplars during on Friday nights.
So you're a coach on the field as well, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So he's a coach on the sideline with the water. Yeah, make sure nobody gets injured.
From year 1 to year 2, how do you think you've grown?
So going in year 1, had no prior knowledge. I've always been a competitive person, so like I'm always competing and all this stuff. But over the summer, I've been training on my arm and like working on my technique and the fundamentals. So like coming in this year, I'm way more confident in my arm and like how I throw and stuff, basically.
Did you just find somebody to go play catch with?
Actually, I used to play basketball. I played basketball from freshman to junior year, and so I had a trainer during that time, but he also trains football players. So instead of basketball, we turned it into football. So
Gotcha. All right. You know, I used to go out and stand on the basketball court at half court and try to throw the football in the hoop. I mean, that's a great way to train yourself to learn how to throw. Have you done stuff like that?
Yeah, I've done that actually a couple times.
How many have you hit?
None, but I mean, I've hit rim, but
It'll come.
Yeah.
It'll come. I promise you. Coach, what have you seen in year 1 to year 2 for this group?
Well, actually, this is my first year with the group, but last year I got to witness the first year of it. I'm just happy to be a part of it. I was part of the planning stage with Mick Wilson about 3 years ago. He brought it to us athletic directors, saying this is what he wanted to do, and it was just great that now we're in year 2, and just seeing the girls from all the teams play from year 1 to year 2. Mick Wilson and I, we were just talking about how a lot of the girls have grown. The game is a lot faster. First year they was doing a lot of thinking. Now they're doing a lot more reacting. So like they making more bigger plays this year. I think we're gonna make sure we record all of them because I think a lot of them are ESPN worthy.
Oh, yeah.
So just them playing a lot faster from year 1 to year 2.
Yeah, it looks more like football.
Yeah.
And when you're not thinking about it and you're just doing it, that reaction, can you tell that difference this year?
Yeah, like Coach said, we're going more reaction than thinking, and then I think like I can learn from myself last year. I feel like last year I overthought like a lot, and like this year in practice, he's like, just go. Like you don't know, just go. Like so yeah, I've been working on that, and I think like I've seen like a huge difference from last year, and so I'm gonna just take last year as like a growing for this year, if that makes sense.
How did game 1 go against Memorial?
It went pretty well, especially because like we had all our returners who like weren't seniors last year, and then we actually got like a lot of new girls in. So it was like a good mesh, meshing everybody in. I think it's a good stepping stone to what we can and what we will accomplish this year. So I'm super excited.
That sounds great. It sounds like you guys are having a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That is Bill Coleman. That is Janiah Grant at Booker T. Washington girls flag football. Gotta love it. Coming back with more up here next on Inside Tulsa Athletics.
Hey Tulsans, the City of Tulsa would like to remind you to recycle right. When it comes to items that you can put in your blue recycling card, remember these 4 categories: aluminum and steel cans, cardboard and paper, plastic bottles and jugs, and glass bottles and jars. Please remember that plastic bags, styrofoam, and batteries do not belong in your blue card. Please do your part and don't forget to think before you throw.
I always wanted to be a teacher in a school, and preferably high school, and here I am living out my dream.
I was going to be able to make a difference. The district is so equitable and lovable to our students.
I chose Tulsa Public Schools because I am Tulsa Public Schools.
I have a lot of students from different cultures that speak different languages, have different traditions.
Tulsa needs teachers like you.
Make a difference in Tulsa.
Apply today at tulsaschools.org/teach
TPS.
Welcome back to Inside Tulsa Athletics. I'm your host, Rick Couri, and we're about to talk some McLain football. We're joined here by Milton Harper, the head football coach, and tell us who you brought with you.
I brought one of our star players and senior captains, Joseph Morgan and Erion Smith-Logan.
You know, that's the first time I've seen him smile. So you said star player, and then he lights up over there.
Star player.
All right, 3-2. Tell me about your season so far.
Our season been pretty rocky. We're trying to find our foundation of the team, get our team chemistry all the way up to par. But everything's been going well for me, though. For most part of the season, been going pretty good.
Every coach will tell you at the beginning of the year, that's what you have to find. You have to find what your team's personality is going to be like. They have to find themselves. Is that process simply through playing games, practice and playing games? How do you go about it?
Practice for the most part. They got to learn how to practice together, prepare together. It all starts at practice. So if our chemistry not right at practice, getting in the game is kind of like, hey, maybe second half we can get it together. And that's the main part of our team. We've been a pretty good second half team. So therefore, we got to get better at the first half, and then practicing a little bit better. So that's our team chemistry would come from.
All right, well, Erion Logan-Smith's the guy holding the microphone, so we're going to start with you first of all. So tell us about what do you play? How do you feel? What are you doing these days?
So I play running back at McLain, and this is my first year over here because I transferred from East Central. And the transition was really good. Well, coach, he was very introducing and nice and stuff like that. And it feels good being back there and stuff like that, and getting the ball, taking off, and getting all these touchdowns, rushes, and stuff like that.
All these touchdowns.
Yeah.
How many?
I'm at 11 right now.
11 on the year already?
Yes, sir.
All right, what's your time in the 40?
My 40 time is a 4.3, sir.
So he knew that in a hurry, didn't he,
Yeah.
right there?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's pretty fast. He's
Tell us
very fast.
Very fast. The
Very
difference
fast.
between what you were playing at Edison, or pardon me, at East Central and now, kind of how do you feel about the team chemistry differences and the coach difference, and just some of the things that are different?
Well, I got to say the coaching intensity is different, because we had a guy named Coach Gilkey. He was pretty intense, but he was a great coach. And over here, it's the same intensity and stuff like that. And it's nothing really changed, nothing but just different people, different personalities.
One of those persons, Joseph
Yeah.
Morgan. I hand that mic over to Joseph. Now you're going to speak up here for me, right?
Yes, sir.
There we go. All right. He said, sir, too. Right. First of all, I noticed you're in a boot. What's happening?
I've been playing on a fractured foot and fractured a little bit more,
So how much does it hurt?
No, it don't hurt now. I'm about to be out the boot in like 3 days.
Outstanding.
3 days.
Yeah. If the doctor say so, though. Hopefully,
I'm not sure whether that meant earlier or later on your part, Coach.
3 days. That's something good to hear.
Yeah.
It's
But,
good. So,
you
is it a stress fracture type thing? You hurt it in the game?
Nah, it was at practice actually. Yeah, we was going through the little bubble drill, and I was just stepped the wrong way.
Gotcha. What position do you play?
Receiver and DB.
All right. So which do you like best?
I'm not sure yet. I just love playing ball.
I've been around players who played both those positions. As a matter of fact, one right now for the college team I broadcast for University of Tulsa was a starting receiver who didn't move to defensive back.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked him this question: how much better does it make you as a defensive back because you know how a receiver feels? and
Nah.
thinks?
Yeah. Playing defense is just like the route combination, how they run their routes. If they run it outside, like if they take outside releases, or whatever, they might as well come back in or whatever. So it's good knowing how to play. My fault. Knowing the offense is good. It's good playing.
Can you catch him?
Nah, he ain't gonna lie.
He's pretty fast. He's very fast.
All right. So I know they're both sitting here, but tell me the best things about these two.
Their character. They have great character. These some guys I can count on for 4 full quarters. I get on them tough, and they respond, by playing well for me. So they have great character. These kids just some good kids, good seniors for the rest of my group, especially the young. Great leadership.
And when you have a senior who's not only a good player, but he is a guy who's trying to build the culture in your program.
Right.
Do you talk to them about that, or do you just watch them do it?
I kind of give them hints. They got to lead by example. These young guys are watching you a lot. So like Joseph, he had have a younger brother on the team. He's a freshman, so watching Joe every day, see how Joe, responds to the coaching. It helps his little brother out and the rest of his freshman group. So I say leading by example.
There you go.
That's how they
What's
go.
your little brother play?
He play receiver and DB just like me.
All right. So how are you watching him grow? Is he doing good?
Yeah, he's doing pretty good. He getting a little buff and taller on me, though.
Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna be good.
He's gonna be a good one. All right. So what is your goal for the season? I mean, obviously for a football team you want to win. Personally, what do you want to accomplish there? What do you want to get better at?
Being more disciplined, being more sound, being more explosive, we more of a second half team. I want to starting off fast, so now we can manage the game at the end.
Erion, what about you?
For me, it's got to be, staying on track and stuff like that. I'm not gonna say I'm undisciplined, but there'll be times in practice when I get off, of course, when I'm not in. It's just one of those sideline things. But whenever I get in, I'm always on task. I can finish my objective, and I play hard 100%.
Well, that's the good thing is that you recognize it, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, congratulations on a pretty good start and hopefully
sir.
an even better ending. Thank you guys for being here.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you for having us.
That's the folks from McLain High School. A little football here. Back next on Inside Tulsa Athletics.
Which one of these items can be recycled in the city of Tulsa's blue recycling cart? Battery, steel can, thermos. The correct answer is steel can. Aluminum and steel cans are great for the city of Tulsa's blue recycling cart. To dispose of e-waste like batteries, contact the city of Tulsa. Learn more at tulsarecycles.com.
Whether your child is moving from elementary to middle school or from middle school to high school, Tulsa Public Schools is here to help support your family every step of the way. From STEM and fine arts to career tech and athletics, TPS offers diverse programs to inspire and challenge your student. And with our advanced placement, dual credit, and career training programs, they can even get a head start on their career. Help your student find their future at TPS. Enroll today.
We're back on Inside Tulsa Athletics. I'm your host, Rick Couri. We get to talk more flag football, girls flag football. Just love this. Patience Dudley is with us from East Central High School, and she brought with her LaiLeana Hall. I did it phonetically and got it right. Thanks, you guys, for being here. All right, so only one game in the books, but tell us how it went.
I feel like it went well. I know they were probably stressed. We were down 0-6 until the last minute of the first half. But I'm a firm believer you have to stick to it and trust your training. So you're going to stay out there. So I didn't make any changes until the second half. After that, we did a pretty good comeback.
Nice job.
Yeah.
Good deal. All right, so we're early in the season. You've been practicing. What is this group's ID so far? What do you think they're going to be good at?
To be honest, I just like their unity. Like, they work well together. This year we have players that do not speak English on our team. So we do a lot of hand signaling mixed with some translation. But even through like those little moments where it's like, okay, there's a barrier here, we got to figure it out, they all work together. So I like that. We also have 15 freshmen on our team.
Wow.
So recruitment wise, the girls from last year helped out a lot, encouraging the girls to come out and try out. And they're on them. So kind of showing the beginning steps of what a program can build up to.
And leadership.
Yeah.
Right. And some of those things you're fighting, some of those obstacles, those are great life lessons.
Mm-hmm. So I'm hopeful throughout the season we keep building. Winning games always helps keep that momentum up.
It does.
But I don't know how else to put it, but they're resilient in their own ways, all of them. So I'm excited.
LaiLeana, you agree?
Yes, I agree.
Tell us about you as a player. What do you do?
I'm a linebacker, and sometimes
what do you like
a rusher.
About that?
I like snatching the flags.
Everybody likes that.
Yes.
It's a great spot to be. I played a little bit myself in high school a long time ago. Yeah. What got you involved? Why did you want to play flag football?
It was just like I would see it all over around, like social media, other places, and I'm like, this looks fun. And then we know Patience, and she was like, oh, I'm doing flag football as a coach. And we was like, oh, we would like that, to have her as a coach. And then so we was like, we want to get involved.
Right, so once you got out there, what surprised you? What was easier than you thought? What was harder than you thought?
What surprised me is how good we were. I didn't expect us to like get it that fast. And what was surprisingly easy, snatching the flags. I didn't think it would be that easy. And what was hard is sometimes when we're down, we all get down. So that's kind of hard.
Mm-hmm. So you have to learn that it's all it is one moment in a game. It's one snap at a time, one play at a time. Coaches always say that, but it actually makes sense, doesn't it?
Yes.
Right. So what do you're most proud of these girls, obviously, for the way they're sticking together. Where do you see them going? Where do you see the most growth when it comes to on the field?
On the field, confidence, really. I mean, because we have several new players that have not played football at all. And I think them working together as a team, it's mind-boggling. So like each week we come in, we have to learn these plays. And this is what we need to do in order to get back to the championship to defend our title. So the momentum, it feels like, how to put this? It feels like we're already so hyped to keep it going that I don't have to do as much work.
Gotcha.
So they make it easy on certain days. Other days it's difficult.
What's your background in football?
I played tackle football for a little bit with the Tulsa Threat, and then I coached Little League football for my siblings and just in the community. And that's been it.
Gotcha. LaiLeana, do you find yourself now watching a lot more football and trying to learn? Are you paying attention to certain things like on Saturdays and Sundays?
Not really Saturday and Sundays, but like other football games, like our football games, other schools' football games, because it's better to watch it in person and like see what I need to work on and our team needs to work on.
What have you found? What is helping you the most about that, you think?
Seeing how teams work together and like how they do stuff differently. If that makes sense.
What do you want to get better at?
Probably being like more confident and being faster.
Yeah, it's quicker decision making, right? That's one of the cool things about linebacker, watching things happen. You read your keys and you can react really quickly, right?
Yeah.
How in the world did you overcome some of those language barriers Coach was talking about? When somebody can't speak the language, how did you help them?
We all just like she said, hand movements. Like we try to help them understand. Like even if they're not really getting it, we try our hardest to show them, so maybe they can get it.
And that's got to be fulfilling, Coach.
It is, especially at East Central, trying to get everyone to be represented on the field in a demographic way. So getting them there, it was like, okay, first we had one girl, then now we got 2 and 3. So they start recruiting, but that's a reflection of them being comfortable in that setting and knowing like, okay, they're going to work with us. So it's exciting.
LaiLeana Hall and Patience Dudley from East Central, thank you ladies for being here today. We appreciate it a bunch. Back with more coming up here on Inside Tulsa Athletics.
I always wanted to be a teacher in a school, and preferably high school, and here I am living out my dream.
I was going to be able to make a difference. The district is so equitable and lovable to our students.
I chose Tulsa Public Schools because I am Tulsa Public Schools.
I have a lot of students from different cultures that speak different languages, have different traditions.
Tulsa needs teachers like you.
Make a difference in Tulsa.
Apply today at
tulsaschools.org/teach TPS.
Which one of these items can be recycled in the city of Tulsa's blue recycling cart? Glass bottle, string lights, ceramic mug. The correct answer is glass bottle. Glass bottles and jars are perfect for the city of Tulsa's blue recycling cart. But string lights and ceramic mugs should be donated or thrown away in the gray trash cart. Learn more at tulsarecycles.com.
Welcome back to Inside Tulsa Athletics. I'm Rick Couri, your host, and you recognize the handsome face to my left. That is Jason Selmon. He is one of the assistant athletic directors at Tulsa Public Schools. All right, it's been a while. I guess we should start with the most important thing, and that's Oklahoma, Texas.
With my family name, I can't go for anybody but OU.
I wouldn't ask who you're going for. I was just going to ask you to break the game down.
You know, I like our chances. It's always a big rivalry game. You know, we're missing our quarterback, but the second string guy, Hawkins, is definitely capable. So I got faith in him. I got faith in my Sooners. We're back in the top 5 right now, and it's a good time to be a Boomer Sooner.
It is, and if you're a Texan, it's, you know, Arch Manning might have let you down a little bit, maybe a little bit too many expectations there.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he has the name recognition, obviously, and the pedigree of quarterback in his DNA, but he struggled a little bit, and hopefully he can get it back together because, you know, that Manning name, I'm sure they're not taking that too good right now.
Yeah, I mean, you know about having a name.
Yeah.
When you have one, people, they expect certain things.
They sure
There's no
do.
question about that. Well, let's talk about what we're here to talk about. Sorry, Mick. We had to get off the track a little bit there, and that is high school and middle school football. The first thing I want to ask you about is numbers. I have talked to a few of the coaches who've been around, and I was fairly encouraged by some of their numbers. What do you see?
Yeah, I'm seeing the same thing. You know, last year, for example, East Central started a team but didn't finish the season. This year, they've had a team and are able to fill rosters and complete a season. And so we're seeing that across the board. And I was looking at our numbers, and they're about the same and a little bit higher in increase. And as we talk about maximizing participation, we're seeing an increase there at the middle school level, which is encouraging to me because, you know, if you don't have that middle school connection, it's hard to build a program at the high school level.
You really just literally can't. And you certainly can't build better programs. Where the word culture gets thrown around a lot. And, you know, it's a little different when you're going from school to school to school, which is what happens because you're going to be going from, you know, a smaller school to a bigger one as far as, you know, grading up. But if if you're consistent in what you're doing and having coaches who are consistent, makes it all the difference, doesn't it?
You said the main word: consistent coaches, consistent programs that kids can come to, and in some ways are used to the culture of the program because they're introduced to it and they're part of it in the middle school program. So, we've really been pushing our high school coaches this year to be more actively involved with their middle school program, so it makes that transition to building their programs at the high school level a lot more seamless.
What do you think you're seeing when it comes to success across the board, especially when we talk about that, having those coaches in place and having them be teachers? I mean, teachers on the field.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, one thing is you got to have coaches that are there and consistent, because as a parent, I have kids too, and I'm kind of hesitant to be with a program that coaches, there's a lot of in and out and turnover in that coaching position. So that's key. You got to have the right people, the right energy. You got to have the right coaching staff that are all pulling in the same direction. So that's important, and obviously numbers are important too, and kids that know and master the basic fundamentals of football, because in any sport, if you can't get the master of the fundamentals, it's hard to really grow and develop into a very talented player.
And it sometimes is difficult for coaches who want so badly to start putting in offenses and defenses to go back to those basics sometimes. But with so many young people coming into the sport who maybe haven't played it a lot before, but they've experienced it on a video game.
Yeah.
You have to teach those basics, don't you?
You absolutely have to, because playing video games and actually getting out, on the football field is two different things. And especially you don't get any contact when you're playing video games, except for the controller will rattle a little bit if they hit you hard on the game. But, we've seen kids that have come out and we've had to teach them basically how to do a 3-point stance. And, you would think kids in high school know how to do that, but in some instances they don't. And so you have to go back to the very basics and start there if you want to build with the kid.
But then when you do and you see them grow, it is so fulfilling, isn't it?
Absolutely it is. I mean, and as a coach, you've taught, like you talk about teaching. I mean, you can see the fruits of your labor and it makes it all worth the while.
When you see how the season is going and you see things moving forward, I know you guys are busy because you're always transitioning from one season to the next. What's your next goal? What do you want to see happen next?
We want to see, our programs across the district, consistency across the board. And I mean, numbers. We want to see programs obviously have some wins along the way and not see so many lopsided victories for the other team. So as we talk with coaches and how we can support them, those are things that are important for us to see growth and development in our football programs across the district, because we have some that are very, very good. We have some that aren't very good, and we have a lot are in the middle. And so we want to get our programs that are struggling up to a point where there's respectability across the board when you look at any program at TPS.
Sure is a lot easier to get people out when you do that, isn't it?
Absolutely. We want to see fans in the stands, and our kids like that. And we not only want maximum participation with our student athletes, but I mean, it's always good when your parents are filling the stands and your fans.
Yeah. Assistant Athletic Director at TPS, that is Jason Selmon. Thanks for being back.
Thanks for having me, Rick. I appreciate you.
You betcha. Back with more coming up right here on Inside Tulsa Athletics.
Hey, Tulsa, we have a crushing recycle play of the day for you. Team Johnson versus paper and cardboard.
They're starting off slow today, probably trying to figure out what to do with those styrofoam plates, since they're not recyclable.
There's the big play we were waiting for. Boom! Completely empty cardboard boxes dunked in the cart. Score big by recycling your cardboard and paper. Learn more at TulsaRecycles.com.
Whether your child is moving from elementary to middle school or from middle school to high school, Tulsa Public Schools is here to help support your family every step of the way. From STEM and fine arts to career tech and athletics, TPS offers diverse programs to inspire and challenge your student. And with our advanced placement, dual credit, and career training programs, they can even get a head start on their career. Help your student find their future at TPS. Enroll today.
Welcome back to Inside Tulsa Athletics. I'm your host, Rick Couri. Boy, we've had some fun today talking about girls flag football. I love the topic. We're going to continue that right now with the folks from Edison. Lauren Merrill is here, and she wants to give Dean Green a little trouble, and we'll let her do that in a minute. But she also brought Belle, Clemons, and Peyton Niceley. Both are volleyball players and flag football players. You have dual athletes here. So let's start with the young ladies this time. All right, Peyton, tell me about yourself as a player.
So I am a senior. I'm a captain. Like you said, I also play volleyball, so dual sports. So something kind of about that is volleyball is still in season, so I'm still playing volleyball and football, and that's a little thing about me.
Well, let's stick with that a little bit.
Okay.
What crosses over between the two? Do you find that any of the things between the two that you have to train or do help you in the other sport?
I think. Okay, yeah. So in volleyball, it's a really big thing. You got to stay on your toes to be ready for that ball.
Right.
In football, exact same thing. You got to be on your toes constantly so you can move, you can avoid the flag, anything like that.
All right, well, let's go over now and talk to Belle. What about you? What is it about the two sports you enjoy?
I enjoy being able to connect with different groups of people because I've known my volleyball girls since freshman year. I've known all of them. I love my littles. And then being in flag football, I get to experience having relationships with people from different sports. Like we have soccer girls, we have basketball girls, we have more volleyball girls, and it's just a great way to bring everybody together.
How did you learn about the game? Why did you want to be involved in football?
Honestly, it was introduced to me by my coach right here. And honestly, it just seemed like a fun extracurricular to do. So I was just, why not?
What have you enjoyed about it the most?
I've enjoyed getting to learn something new because I've been kind of like in the loop of volleyball for so long now since it's my senior year, and having something new and fresh that I get to learn like straight off the bat is really fun.
Okay, I'm going to ask both of you. What's been the most challenging and the easiest? And I'm talking about the basics of learning the game. You know, there are things like stances and reading keys and all those kinds of things. You have a lot to do.
I would say probably the hardest would be kind of learning to handle everything all at once. If you're getting rushed, you gotta hurry up and see who's open. I mean, it's a hard thing to get used to, but honestly, when you get in the loop of it all, it's really easy.
What about you, Peyton?
Easiest for just basics? I think for us, probably flag pulling. Our defense is really great, and that's all thanks to our defensive coordinator. But we have worked really hard on doing flag pulling drills. And so for me, that's kind of been the easiest.
Gotcha. What's the hardest? What was the hardest kind of basic skill to learn?
I think running routes, learning the new routes to run. But our coaches, Coach Green, Coach Merrill, they do a great job of making sure we know what we're running every single play. But it definitely takes some time practicing those routes.
All right. So Lauren, tell us about these girls and this team. How's it going?
Oh, it's going great. So last week we had our first game. We beat KIPP 24-0. Defense was just on fire. And like they said, we're still learning some of our plays, and that comes with it. And growing some football IQ is always something at the beginning, but by the end, we have been picking it up. So
Okay, I'm going to ask a question that's going to sound a little bit silly. How do you help him do that? Because you know, if you're up around the game and you're doing it in your backyard and that kind of thing, it's one thing. It starts to grow within you. Then you watch and it's there. If you approach it and maybe you've been in other sports and you just haven't done it before, it's harder to do. How do you guys go about it?
I think sometimes we talk about like translating it. So like I'm there with the volleyball girls, and there's certain things that maybe it's called one thing in football, but it's called another thing in volleyball. And so we talk about how we can translate it to kind of translate in volleyball terms so they know what to do. But they're doing a great job.
How are they as players? Go ahead. You can be honest. They're not here.
They are so great. They're both seniors and have been great leaders for our program for several years now, and they're just a joy to coach.
Because it's the second year, and we've already talked to some other folks here in flag football today, because it's the second year, what kind of growth have you seen from teams around, not just yours, but the teams you play?
I would say it's definitely more competitive this year, which is awesome. We love to see that it's growing, and there's a lot more girls out. We had a lot more at our tryouts. You can see that all the teams are nice and full. I love that it's definitely kind of a revolution for flag football.
Absolutely. So what is your goal for yourself personally? What are you going to get better at as this season goes along?
So right now I'm center, and I'm really working on making sure my snaps are straight to her every single time. It's been a struggle. I've been working with my dad at home, making sure I can get them faster and straight to her chest every time. That is my personal goal.
You get back, you know what? And it's not easy. Anytime you're bending over looking between your legs the other way, that's not, trust me. They asked me to do that once when I was in high school, and I just went, no, I can't do that. That's all there is to it. What are you doing at home to work on it? Are you just constant snaps, just getting more reps? Are you trying different techniques?
All of the above. Let's see. Last night I was busy, but the night before, my dad had me do 50 snaps over and over and over again. And he sat there and he showed me different ways I can try, whichever just feels more natural to me.
What about you? How are you working on throwing it?
I'm trying to keep the mindset of smarter, not harder. You know, if I really want to throw a ball deep, just for the fun of it, I need to realize and take a step back and play smart and see what's open. Actually, like, take a glance and like look.
Be intentional.
Be intentional with where I go. But I think I've definitely improved since last year. And yeah, that's my biggest improvement.
Outstanding. The ladies from Edison, thank you very much for being here. We'll talk some more flag football and some regular football and some other stuff coming up on Inside Tulsa Athletics.
Which one of these items can be recycled in the city of Tulsa's blue recycling cart? Air filter, cardboard box, toy car. The correct answer is cardboard box. Paper and cardboard are perfect for the city of Tulsa's blue recycling cart. But air filters and toys should be thrown away in the gray trash cart. Learn more at tulsarecycles.com.
I always wanted to be a teacher in a school, and preferably high school, and here I am living out my dream.
I was going to be able to make a difference. The district is so equitable and lovable to our students.
I chose Tulsa Public Schools because I am Tulsa Public Schools.
I have a lot of students from different cultures that speak different languages, have different traditions.
Tulsa needs teachers like you.
Make a difference in Tulsa.
Apply today at tulsaschools.org/teach
TPS.
We're back on Inside Tulsa Athletics. I'm Rick Couri, your host, having ourselves a good time today. And we've got a couple of faces here who are going to talk to us about athletic training. We have Kelsey Hudson and Claire Billington. Thank you, ladies, for being here. You're new to the district, so let's start and tell me where you've been.
I worked at Pryor High School before this and Randall University.
Pryor. All right. I know some good restaurants to eat at Pryor. Did you enjoy your time up there?
Yeah, I still live in Pryor, actually. So I'm
commuting every day. Okay. I think it's interesting, high school and college. So you've seen both sides of this. Now, athletic training is athletic training, and ankle's an ankle. However, they get bigger and stronger and faster. What are some of the differences you noticed?
The travel was a lot more in college. Athlete-wise, the athletes were in my athletic training room all day long because they're able to just come in between classes and stuff, and they're not able to do that in high school. So.
Where were you before TPS?
I just started. I graduated college like in May.
And that college was?
OSU.
All right, so did you know going in this is what you wanted to do, or did you go in basics and then found it?
I found it in 8th grade, and so I was a student aide up until, high school, like graduation, and I was like, this is exactly what I want to do. So,
why did it fascinate you?
I saw an injury my first day, so I was like, I saw a dislocated kneecap, and I was like, that's exactly what I want to do. I want to help them. So.
Perfect for Halloween.
Yes.
But God bless people. Like my wife's the same way. Yeah. They'll show an injury on TV. Oh, look at that. I can't. Yes. I've been out there and I've been hurt like that. I don't want to look at that. But there is something about that person that wants to jump in and help. Has that always been your nature?
Yes, always.
What is it about it now that you're into it that maybe surprises you, that's maybe harder than you thought, and some things that you really kind of fit right into?
I'm a very internal kind of person. Like I'm very shy. So the relationships is always kind of shocking because I'm like having to be outgoing. But, it just kind of fits because sometimes if I talk, everyone just kind of stays quiet because they're like, oh, I need to listen to her because she has something to say because I don't do it often. So.
There you go. All right. Yes. Just make it important when you talk, right?
Yes.
That's what it says. I'll get that out sooner or later. What about you? What drew you to it initially?
I didn't know what an athletic trainer was going up. When I graduated high school, we didn't have one. And so when I went to college, I had an injury and I told my coach that I was injured. And he said, have you seen the athletic trainers for it? I said, what is that? So he walked me down to the athletic training room and they did a treatment. And that day I walked pain-free for the very first time. And in months, I was like,
whoa, this is awesome. So that's how I decided I wanted to be an athletic trainer, was because I could work with student athletes.
You know, the cool thing is both of you come into this at a time when advances are leaps and bounds. And actually, there have been a lot of leaps and bounds in the last 10 to 15 years. What are you seeing advancement-wise to do what you said? Because there was a time when STEM machines, you couldn't find one, and now STEM machines are everywhere. Ice baths now, which everybody is suddenly doing. I mean, technology changes and our understanding changes. What do you see changing fastest?
I think the biomechanic features, like tracking movements and everything, that really tells us a lot about injury prevention and like what they are at risk for. And I want to see more of that at high schools, because it's not really available here because it's more expensive.
Sure.
But once it comes out, I mean, we're going to get the low grade, but it's a start. I would love to see what's at risk for our high school athletes.
Yep, I got you. What are you seeing that you like?
The knowledge that has been more prevalent with heart issues and concussions.
Yes.
And the way that athletes and coaches and athletic trainers can manage concussions better with just the technology. We use Sway here at TPS, and all athletes go with a baseline, so we know where they're at the beginning of the season. And if we suspect a concussion halfway through the season, we can make them do this Sway test again, and it compares their results from that day to when they were healthy on their baseline.
And I think today's equipment is helping too some, isn't it? I mean, helmets have changed tremendously from the old days. So you seeing equipment being a bigger part of it too?
Yeah. For practice, I don't know if TPS schools do use it, but those helmet protectors, I can't think of.
Oh, yes.
The angel
right,
caps.
right. Yeah.
Those could help with some of the blow to the head.
I can imagine so. And so as we are, getting through the season now, we were halfway through a college or a high school football season. What are the more common things you're seeing? And the reason I ask that, there seem to be years where all you see are high ankles, and there's a year that you only see knees, and there's a year you see shoulders. Are you seeing a lot of any particular thing?
Nothing in particular. I'm seeing a little bit of everything. I have people that will be like, my right ankle hurts and my left shoulder hurts. And I'm like, okay, like, what did you do? And then they show me exactly what they did, and they said, that hurts. And I'm like, well, that's your mechanism of injury. So, like, that's why you're getting hurt. So I'm not seeing necessarily one thing. They're just, one injury will happen, and then that usually causes something else.
Yes, yeah,
So.
right. Yeah. What about you? You see anything specific?
No, I'm seeing a plethora of injuries right now. We've got ankles, knees, hips, shoulders. I've got a little bit of everything right now.
Both of you chuckled like you're kind of busy.
Yes. Yeah.
But it's that point in the year, isn't it? Everybody's nicked up a little bit.
Yep. Middle of football season and beginning of basketball season. We're getting the best of both worlds right now.
As a matter of fact, they have to go back to work, so we have to let them go. That is Claire Billington and Kelsey Hudson. They are new athletic trainers at TPS. Ladies, thank you for being with us. I appreciate it. This is Inside Tulsa Athletics. Back in a moment.
Hey Tulsans, the City of Tulsa would like to remind you to recycle right. When it comes to items that you can put in your blue recycling card, remember these 4 categories: aluminum and steel cans, cardboard and paper, plastic bottles and jugs, and glass bottles and jars. Please remember that plastic bags, styrofoam, and batteries do not belong in your blue card. Please do your part, and don't forget to think before you throw.
Whether your child is moving from elementary to middle school or from middle school to high school, Tulsa Public Schools is here to help support your family every step of the way. From STEM and fine arts to career tech and athletics, TPS offers diverse programs to inspire and challenge your student. And with our advanced placement, dual credit, and career training programs, they can even get a head start on their career. Help your student find their future at TPS. Enroll today.
We're back on Inside Tulsa Athletics. Now everybody sit up straight. The boss is here. Mick Wilson, he is the athletic director at TPS. Good to see you. You off and running?
We're off and running, and it's a promising school year. Excited about a lot of opportunities across the board. And Rick, it's going to be a lot of fun this year.
You know, we've talked a lot today about flag football, and it just brings me joy, man. The numbers that you're seeing in girls, you've got to be so encouraged.
Well, you know something, again, I kind of tell the story, Rick, that it was me sitting on the couch on a Sunday afternoon watching NFL games, and I started seeing all these girls flag football commercials. And I just thought, wouldn't that be cool if that's something we could do? And so once Crystal came on board and I hired her as the deputy director, I said, Crystal, this is what I would like to do. Let's see if we can make it happen. And so we spent a better part of the summer really trying to throw things together. And then just out of the blue, I had a connection with Donald Driver, who had done some Police League athletic football for youth here in the Tulsa. We'd made a connection, and so I reached out to him because he was a big push, being a girl dad, and he loves flag football. And so we partnered, and he brought all kinds of resources to the table. And to see what it was last year and the excitement going into this year, we had 5 girls sign college scholarships from Tulsa Public. And ironically, just found out today that one of our girls was KCAC Player of the Week as a freshman at Bethel College. So excited about that. But just opportunities for our young ladies that they haven't had in the past, and being able to grow something. I'll tell you, I've had a lot of points in my career where I feel like that it's been a lot of satisfaction, but probably none more than this. This has been really, really cool to see this thing evolve and take off, and just the excitement it's created with our young ladies has been really rewarding for sure.
You kind of took us through it a little bit, but I'm really fascinated by how you get from idea to field. I mean, it really, Donald Driver, I know, was a big part of that, but you're in an organization with a lot of moving parts, and you just go tell somebody, I'd like to do this. That's not going to get it done.
No, it was a lot of phone calls. It was phone calls to NFL offices, talking to the Chiefs, the Falcons, the Cowboys. Again, they have grants and things that they provide on this initiative with girls flag football. So there was a lot of that done, a lot of research, calling other state activities associations. Of course, the OSSA hasn't gotten on board yet, but I think they will. I've had some good positive conversations. They've wanted to come and watch some games and be a part of what we're doing. But yes, I agree, Rick. It was everything from learning the rules to training officials. That's been a big part of, because again, we're dealing with football officials that have never called flag football games. So all that has been rewarding, but it's been a lot of work as well. But again, Crystal and my staff at our offices, we've all become flag football experts, or at least we think we are. So, but it's been a lot of work with a lot of good people, and a great initiative for sure.
It's really unusual to find something like this, though, where everybody is on the same learning curve. I'm talking players, sometimes coaches, and administrators. You're all starting from ground zero. So what you're building, in my opinion, would even feel more, not just successful, but fulfilling, does it?
It does. Again, I think talking about the officials, I had them stop the game the other night. I was at a game and they came over and asked me a question. And of course, I keep the rules on my phone, Rick, because I want to make sure we get it right. But it has been rewarding. And again, I can't be more pleased with where we're headed in the direction, and our coaches learning a lot along the way. And some of them are, most of our coaches now that are doing this is their second year, so they've learned a lot, and a lot of them have spent some time and even gone to clinics and done some online research and things to make sure that they're trying to do the best they can with these young ladies.
I think because of the numbers you've had in girls sports, in wrestling and in flag football, to me it's somewhat encouraging for numbers overall, but it doesn't always translate. Is there any way to make that kind of push everything else along?
Well, the thing with our numbers in flag football is we had to cut this year. I mean, for example, I think Memorial and East Central both have over 50 girls come out, and to get down to a 20-person roster is tough, and then you have to turn girls away and opportunities. So we've already talked about gaining those numbers. Maybe we need to go to a JV team in the future. Maybe we need to do some of those type of things. And then, Rick, trying to find the right area where you get maximum participation. We have tried to strategically put the season for girls flag football toward the end of volleyball and before girls basketball games begin. So that way we're allowing these young ladies to have an opportunity to still play volleyball, to still play basketball, and then kind of dabble in the girls flag football, which they've done. And of course at East Central last year, the girls basketball team was phenomenal. They won the league championship with, I must say, we had over 1,000 people in attendance for the championship game with Booker T. Washington there as well. So I think it's trying to find the niche, because I think eventually we're going to have to figure out, is it going to be a fall sport? Is it going to be a spring sport? Right. And where can we place it that we get the most opportunities for these young ladies to be able to play and be 2-sport or 3-sport athletes along the way. So those are some decisions and some learning areas that we're going to have to grow in for sure.
What else? I mean, there's always something going on. What else is a big push for you right now?
Well, right now, obviously, our football across the district, obviously, we have our challenges at different places, but we're trying to get better. Trying to maintain the numbers and offer these young men the opportunity to still play, and for the right ones that are trying to grow and get better, to get opportunities to go to the next level and play. And then, of course, volleyball, girls volleyball is wrapping up as we speak. And then cross country, we got Edison cross country teams are really good. Just won one of the meets out of the city. So with cross country, and then of course flag basketball and wrestling getting ready to start for the winter. So all those right now are in play.
Just a few things.
Just a few things, Rick.
That's how busy he is. That's Mick Wilson, athletic director at Tulsa Public Schools, right here on Inside Tulsa Athletics.
Hey, Tulsa, we have a crushing recycle play of the day for you. Team Johnson versus paper and cardboard.
They're starting off slow today, probably trying to figure out what to do with those styrofoam plates, since they're not recyclable.
There's the big play we were waiting for. Boom! Completely empty cardboard boxes dunked in the cart. Score big by recycling your cardboard and paper. Learn more at tulsarecycles.com.
I always wanted to be a teacher in a school, and preferably high school, and here I am living out my dream.
I was going to be able to make a difference. The district is so equitable and lovable to our students.
I chose Tulsa Public Schools because I am Tulsa Public Schools.
I have a lot of students from different cultures that speak different languages, have different traditions.
Tulsa needs teachers like you.
Make a difference in Tulsa.
Apply today at
tulsaschools.org/teach TPS.
We're back on Inside Tulsa Athletics. I'm Rick Couri, your host, and we've got more flag football coming your way. We do this at Webster High School, so we brought the home team on. We have the head coach, Trebadillo, here, and you brought some young ladies with you. Tell me who we have.
BreNeisha McClendon, she is a running back. Leah Wortham, and she's also running back / defender.
Okay.
And then Izzy Oxford in the back there is my quarterback.
And we have to be really honest about this. Izzy was back over in the control room, and you just dragged her out here for the most part. So are you that kind of taskmaster all the time?
Correct.
Tell me about your football team.
We have a lot of fun. Practice was great yesterday. I think the girls are ready for tonight. We play Edison at 7:30, and Izzy kind of got thrown into being a quarterback, but she did really well, and we're ready.
This is a sport that only began last year in Tulsa Public Schools. What kind of growth have you seen? I don't just mean in numbers, which that's impressive, but I mean in the girls and understanding and learning the game, style of play, and quality.
So far, I have loved coaching these girls. They listen, and maybe you have to tell them a couple of times, but most of the time, if I, say run straight and then slant, they do pretty well. And so that's the best part about it, is having a team that listens. I just hope they listen to me when they're on the field.
When it's really time. All right. So BreNeisha, tell me about what you play a little running back. What got you interested in that, or is it one thing you just coach told you this is what you're going to try?
Yeah, my whole family, they always played football. So when I heard they had a flag football team, I decided to join so I could join the family.
Yeah, and so you could do. Did you guys played in the backyard growing up?
Yeah.
What did you play then? Were you always a running back or a quarterback? What did you do?
Yeah, running back. Always ran.
Always.
Catch the ball. Yeah.
So okay, what do you like so much about that?
I really just love to go catch the ball because I don't like the defense or nothing because I hate to get juked out by somebody in front of everybody. So I just love to run and catch the ball.
But you like juking other people out, right?
Yeah.
Is she pretty good?
Yes.
She's really good. They tell me you got thrown into quarterback. Grab the microphone there. How did you get thrown into being a quarterback?
Be nice.
Well, originally we was playing a game and our quarterback got injured. So
Coach just looked over and said, "You're next."
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, I didn't really do anything on offense, so I was kind of a fill-in, so yeah.
Take me out there. You run out there for the very first time. What are you thinking?
Don't mess up.
Did you?
I haven't played quarterback yet.
Okay,
this is
so
my
you
first
don't have
game.
a chance yet. All right, so what do you like about it as you're starting to learn it?
Being able to see the field fully and know where everybody is and be able to pick where I'm going to be able to throw.
Gotcha. She got a pretty good arm?
Yes, she's pretty talented.
So that's why you went look down the bench and said, it's going to be you, huh?
Yeah.
All right, Leah, what about you? You play a little bit of both, I understand?
Yeah, I'm really good, better on defense, but since our team is so small, you got to play both sometimes. On offense, am I a center? A center and wide receiver if I learn how to catch the ball.
All right. All right. So on defense, what are you playing there?
I go for the QB, so I get they flags.
All right. So now she said she likes juking people out. Has she juked you out yet?
No.
What are you enjoying about playing that? If you like defense and, you know, as you said, you want to go over there and you want to play on both sides of the ball, what is it on each side of the ball you think you like the most?
On defense, it's like a challenge. You know, like I like defense and I like a challenge. So like, and I can do it. So like I like just like getting the QB because like if I get the QB, then the whole play over. And for offense, I mean, I don't really got to do much. I don't really
snap it and get out of the way.
So that's, yeah.
You have to protect the quarterback.
Yeah, and block after I give it to her. But it's not a lot. I mean, I'm a really big girl, so it's not hard for me to block.
Was it hard to snap the ball, though? Because, I mean, that's not necessarily an easy thing to do, toss something between your legs backwards.
Oh, we don't do it like that.
Oh, you don't? How do you guys do it?
Usually just to the side.
Oh, I got you. All right. So
just
that
kind
makes
of toss it back.
Right. All right. So tell me how you think they've grown as players and the team overall in the last couple of years.
Well, it just started last year.
Right.
I wasn't here last year, but from the team that I did have last year and even just this year alone, they really surprised me during our first game. I think I had Izzy at defense, and I don't know, she could probably tell you better than me, but she got the quarterbacks flagged at least 5 times or more. So she's grown in her quickness. BreNeisha, she's doing really good, and in catching, she can really catch the ball. Izzy can throw far. Leah's just really good at getting flags. Like, she comes out of nowhere. So they've all grown. I mean, when we started first having practices, they didn't know plays. They didn't know like where they're supposed to be out on the field. And like I said, it's just a great listening team. And so they've grown a lot in between first game and second game. So we're ready for tonight.
Congratulations to all of you. I think it's really cool, and I'm jealous of all your hair. Back with more coming up on Inside Tulsa Athletics.
Whether your child is moving from elementary to middle school or from middle school to high school, Tulsa Public Schools is here to help support your family every step of the way. From STEM and fine arts to career tech and athletics, TPS offers diverse programs to inspire and challenge your student. And with our advanced placement, dual credit, and career training programs, they can even get a head start on their career. Help your student find their future at TPS. Enroll today.
Hey Tulsans, the City of Tulsa would like to remind you to recycle right. When it comes to items that you can put in your blue recycling card, remember these 4 categories: aluminum and steel cans, cardboard and paper, plastic bottles and jugs, and glass bottles and jars. Please remember that plastic bags, styrofoam, and batteries do not belong in your blue card. Please do your part, and don't forget to think before you throw.
Now that was fun. I'm Rick Couri, and thank you again for joining us for Inside Tulsa Athletics. We learned about flag football, and it's growing so quickly in Tulsa Public Schools. We learned about some football going on over at McLain, had a great chance to talk to athletic trainers. We're going to do it again, so stick with us this year. Find yourself a sport. There's a lot going on, and go support Tulsa Public Schools. We'll see you next time right here on Inside Tulsa Athletics. Come join us next time.